9, Chris Galiti will advance. Josh Lutke and Chris Garrett. Lutke out of Boonville, Indiana, 462 for Josh. He was our winner Wednesday on ATI Performance Products 30 grander. Chris Garrett, Richmond, Kentucky, 448 is the dial. Chris Garrett, right side. Josh Lutke. Chris Garrett. 14 green, 488 on the 488 will get the win. Josh Lutke was 008, got to the finish line first by 20 to break out 6. To go down here in round number 2, Tim Markaglu and Jordan Wyke. Timmy out of Staten Island, New York. It's Barbara's guy over there in that Race Tech dragster. 455 the number for Markaglu, Jordan Wyke. 457 the number for the young man out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Markaglu, a little bit late leaving the starting line. Wyke is going to pay it off. 18 green, 458, 6 on the 457. Markaglu, 34 green, 2 above 6, but 26 thou behind at the finish line. Jordan takes out Tim Markaglu here in round number 2 is Ian Woods and Marlon Goatz. Ian out of Powell, Tennessee, 476 the dial over on the left side. Marlon Goatz, Troy, Texas. Marlon, way late, getting the finger off the button. Ian Woods, 12 green, 4 above, and comfortable. Marlon, 81 on the green light start, dead on 2, but it was that reaction time deficit, 7/100ths of a second. Could not get around that. Ian Woods will move on. Marty Martin and Joe Gary. Marty out of La Plata, Maryland. There for Party Marty. 451 is the dial. Joe Gary. Boiling Springs, South Carolina. The new American assembled dragster. There for Joe. As we are nearing 11 o'clock here in the Eastern time zone. Joe Gary, 001, 1 above 5, 450-1-5 on the 450 will get the win. Completely locks Marty Martin out. Marty was 40 green, and there was nothing at all possible that Marty Martin was going to do to move the win light over onto his side. Completely locked out. Lee Dixon and Kerry Long. Lee was our Brodix runoff winner. Got those SR20 heads. Chesterfield, Virginia resident in the runoff with Matt Dattis late last night. 469 the number for Lee. Kerry Long. Roxborough, NC, 470 the dial for Kerry. The Miller chassis dragster on the right side of the track. The difference. Win for Lee Dixon. 12 green, 17 thou in front at the finish line. And dead on 9 for Lee. Kerry Long was 19 green, 1 above 9. And it'll be a second round runner-up, Kendall Payne and Tom Doyle. Kendall out of Waynesboro, Virginia, 464 the dial for the Danny Nelson constructed dragster. Tom Doyle out of Virginia, the undercover chassis dragster. All right, I need Group D. Group D, need you in the staging lanes, please. Group D. Let's get you up in the staging lanes, please, for Beyond Racing Products round number 2. Group Delta. Let's get you up in the lanes, please. Candle lights up the red light, bottom of the tree. Tom Doyle, 20 green. 533 on the 531 for Tom Doyle will get the win on a free data acquisition run. Kendall Payne, 2 quick on the tree, 6 quick on the racetracks. Brandon Taylor. And Michael Shoup. BT over there in the left lane, 460 the dial. Michael Shoup. Hagerstown, Maryland, 478. The dial in for Shoup. Red light start for Michael Shoup. And then dead on the dial, 478, 4 on the 478. Michael Shoup is probably going to need a hug. 13 green for Brandon Taylor, 457. For Taylor there in round 2 to be good. Ron Campbell and Bart Nelson. Campbell out of Bean Station, Tennessee, 488 is the dial. Bart Nelson out of Texas, 476. The dial for his American race cars. Assemble dragster. One little teeny tiny one, separate them on the starting line. Win light, Bart Nelson, 22 dead on 1 to make 23 total. Ron Campbell was 23 green, needed to be dead nothing to even be in the ballpark, and is still driving around the ballpark, has no chance. Ricky Harbaugh, Lester Atkins. Ricky out of Maryland, 467 the dial. Lester Atkins. Corydon, Kentucky, 446 the number. For Lester over on the right side. Green and green, Ricky and Lester. Lester Atkins, 20 thou on the green light start. It was 448. On the 446, Ricky Harbaugh was 64 at the rip. Dead on 5. And behind by 24 thou at the finish line. Eric Rollins and John Corbin. Corbin right side. Nova. Double 09 on both sides. Corbin, Rollins. Give it to John Corbin. 623.5 on the 623. John Corbin's going to get the win. There's a blue balloon on the... So a little halt in the racing action was to get a piece of debris off of the racing surface. Before we send Rachel Conrath and Johnny Zell. Thanks, Race Kid, for the assist. Oh, and Race Kid, by the way, Yankees beat the Red Sox today. All right, Rachel Conrath left side. Johnny Zell right side. JBR out of Louisiana, 457. For Johnny Bracket Racer, Rachel Conrath, Pleasant Unity, Pennsylvania. Ezel is 005, Rachel is 008, and Johnny Ezel does what he does down there at the big end of the racetrack. 458 on the 457 for Johnny Ezel to get the win. Rachel Conrath, 008, 2 above, and 10 thou shy at the finish. Jeremy York, Donovan Williams. This is a pretty good one. Jeremy out of Selma, Indiana, 448 is the dial. Donovan Williams. For Team Overkill, Team FTI, 463 the dial for Donovan. Red light start for Donovan Williams by 6 thou. We're going to bow out in round number 2. Jeremy York's 15 green and 446. There for Jeremy York, Donovan was red and too quick. Jesse York and Steph Fuller. Jesse, Muncie, Indiana. Steph Fuller, Plattsmouth, Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Everybody, Mike's a little tired. Mentally. Physically hanging in there. when you're up here calling laps, doing math, worrying about geography. Sometimes you get a little squirrely. Steph, better at the start, 006 on the green light. And going to be one above 3 to get the win. Got to the finish line first, 28,000 is good. Jesse York, 23 on the green light. 480 on the 478 on a bow out here in round number 2. Skylar Wagner and McKenna Brown. Skylar out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, 485 is the dial. McKenna Brown, 472. And those of you that are familiar with McKenna, it's like, hey, wait a minute, where's the yellow Jags dragster? Late yesterday. McKenna wounded the bullet in the Jags dragster. Got one stop down there. So again, all my racers that are still in competition. Taillights are muy importante. Please.
For high performance, when you want high performance, there's only one place to go. Jags.com. Jags.com has the largest selection of high-performance automotive parts on the web. When you need high performance, Jags.com has the part you want, when you want it. Want performance? You've got it. Jags. 60 years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great. ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.
About it several times already. The plan is for tonight to complete Beyond Racing Products round number 2 and get through FTI Performance round number 3. That's our plan for tonight. Yeah, one of the biggest reasons there for round number 3. We get us down to roughly 80-ish cars. The weather forecast for tomorrow morning is good and a little iffy later in the early afternoon. So we want to get down to where we have a very manageable number for tomorrow morning. we can crank out and complete the event before some other potential weather rolls in the afternoon tomorrow. All right, Skylar Wagner left side, McKenna Brown right side. McKenna, 002 right side. 473 on the 472 for McKenna. Taking trip 06 at the finish line. McKenna Brown throwing it down right there alongside Skylar Wagner. Wagner was 16 green. Tried to get on the right side of the number, wasn't able to do so. McKenna Brown will advance. Parker Dotson and Brent Martin. Parker out of Saluda, North Carolina. 464 the dial for Parker. Brent Martin, 482. For the dragster out of La Plata in the state of Maryland. Parker will be new in the chasing. Brent Martin, 482. Leaving first and leaving 5th out too early. Parker looking 464, 463.8. Parker Dotson at 147 miles an hour to moving around number 3, Corey Gallitti and Travis Colangelo. Our final 2 C category dragsters. My D category dragsters are all lined up in the staging lanes, which will be our final group in Beyond Racing Products round number 2. Gallitti, Colangelo, rip. Corey, 005, taking 001. And 4th out over the number. Corey Gallitti has a great lap. 9 total. Travis Colangelo was 18 green. And we had a better chance of running this race to completion tonight than Travis Colangelo did of turning a win light on his side of the racetrack.
Meet the next generation of Autometer's legendary Ultimate Tachometer line, the Ultimate 3 and the Ultimate DL, which places the power of more advanced data acquisition systems in an affordable, convenient, and compact package. With the Ultimate 3, you can record the engine and driveshaft RPM at 100 samples per second with up to 60 seconds of available memory. Playback data right on the tach itself or easily download to the award-winning Data Pro Analysis software. Availability in black or silver dials in 9,000 or 11,000 RPM ranges. More advanced users should consider using the Ultimate DL, which adds the ability to record wideband air-fuel ratio and pressure channel data to the Ultimate 3, which can help you diagnose fuel delivery issues and improve tuning. For more information, visit us at autometer.com.
Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking.
RAD torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. RAD torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. RAD torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. RAD torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events as well as a large fleet of RAD-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
For those who don't settle when others do. For those who are set free by performance and believe innovation can take you anywhere.
Tractor is finishing its laps down there on the racing surface. Group D, here in round number 2, is back here lined up. Get them rolling forward here in a moment. We'll see where we go from here. Again, everybody that has joined the Motor Mania live feed brought to you by Mickey Thompson Tires and Jegs. We had a roughly 5 hour and 15-minute weather delay, which pushed us back. We didn't start running first round until 2:16 p.m. We finished first round at 8:22 on the p.m. dial. We had 648 cars went down the track in round number 1. We do have our Group D dragsters, which will be our last group that will run here in Beyond Racing Products round number 2. So bear with us here for just a couple more moments.
Meet the next generation of Autometer's legendary Ultimate Tachometer line, the Ultimate 3 and the Ultimate DL, which places the power of more advanced data acquisition systems in an affordable, convenient, and compact package. With the Ultimate 3, you can record the engine and driveshaft RPM at 100 samples per second with up to 60 seconds of available memory. Playback data right on the tach itself or easily download to the award-winning Data Pro Analysis software. Availability in black or silver dials in 9,000 or 11,000 RPM ranges. More advanced users should consider using the Ultimate DL, which adds the ability to record wideband air-fuel ratio and pressure channel data to the Ultimate 3, which can help you diagnose fuel delivery issues and improve tuning. For more information, visit us at autometer.com.
"60 years of innovation, 60 years of attention to detail, 60 years of rigorous testing under race conditions is what makes ATI Performance Products great." ATI has been helping racers like you reach the finish line first. Today, we manufacture a wide range of high-performance parts that are track-tested and race-proven. We're passionate about performance, and that passion is what drives you to the finish line first. See everything ATI has to offer at ATIRacing.com.
Colin Estes and Shane Thompson will be our first pair out in Group D. Colin out of Illinois, 508 is the dial. Over on the left side, right side, Shane Thompson for Team Silver State. Henderson, Nevada there for Shane. Shane Thompson, just can't say enough about Shane, just a massive supporter for bracket racing. grassroots bracket racing. Several events all across the country. Colin and Shane. Shane rolls in. Colin's in. Green and green. 2,000 is the difference on the starting line, and Colin Estes, 5:09.3 on the 5:08 is going to get the win. 24 green for Estes to be 13,000 in front. Shane Thompson, 461 and goes 463. And now round 2 defeat. Steve Witherow, Cindy Wiggins. Witherow out of Summerduck, Virginia. A man who made 50 GER on a time run. The run that will go down in infamy. Cindy Wiggins, Mount Washington, Kentucky, 447 the number for Cindy over in the right lane. Witherow, 006. But Cindy Wiggins, 32 green, 3,000 front. Steve Witherow got behind by 3 little ones. And not on purpose. Cindy Wiggins. We'll move on. Seth Street. Seth out of Richlands, Virginia. 464 the dial for Seth. Denise, 452 on the dial. Knoxville, Tennessee. $452 the dial. Seth Street is off the gas. Denise Young will move on. 472 on the 452.
Well, you know, it's the old story. You do well, you win a couple of races, and then right away, everybody's against you, everybody's your enemy. You know, it's not fair, but that's the way it is.
Watch carefully. These stock eliminator finals are always so close.
And how about this? Sal Biondo takes the win. It's the 100th final for the Biondo family, and it's a winning one for Sal.
Sal Biondo, Peter Biondo, many national event wins. Of course, brother Peter has won any number of sportsman championships.
For the 3rd time in the last 12 years, here at Maple Grove, Peter Biondo, Sal Biondo both win their respective eliminators at the same national event.
Biondo Racing Products, a family-owned and operated business, now in the 35th year of racers, providing racers with over 50 years of racing experience and expertise. Please check us out at BiondoRacing.com.
Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking.
All right, so we're taking a look at the left lane of the racetrack. Seth Street left a little bit of stuff right down here on the starting line. So bear with us here for just a little bit while we double and triple check that everything's copacetic there in that left lane. As we are nearing the end of Beyond Racing Products round number 2. And then we'll go from there. And Gary Williams. AB out of Churchill, Tennessee, 473 is the dial. Gary Williams. Bradenton, Florida for Team FTI. On the right side of the racetrack, 479 is the number for Allen. As we are pre-staged. Away and away, 004, 009. Allen, Gary, win for Alan Bird. Double breakout. Allen's 004 taking 005. Gary Williams got down there and 009, 478.5 on the 479. The difference in the race was the difference in the reaction times. Alan Bird, 5 thou better, and got the win by 5 thou. Todd Zeller and Jason Sizemore. Todd in that Copo powered dragster out of Michigan. 452 is the dial. Jason Sizemore, Kyle's Ford, Tennessee, the Mullis dragster right side. Rips and the win for Todd Zeller. 14 green, 1 above 4 to be 17 thou in front for Todd. Jason Sizemore's 22 green and 2 over, but 17 behind at the finish line. All right, so Rick Johnson and Jasmine Madden were supposed to be our next pair. They were having a hard time getting Jasmine's car to start. Back here right under the bridge, Rick Johnson was like, I'm 100% waiting. Just a great display of sportsmanship there by Rick Johnson. They had to move the 2 cars out of the way so our next 2 could roll forward. And that's absolutely, Rick Johnson could have said, hey, they can't get that thing fired. It's my time to go. We're going. Didn't do it. Rick Johnson says, nope, let's move out of the way. Let's keep the show going. And I'll wait for Jasmine to get that thing fixed if possible. Give them all the time they need. Anthony Bertozzi. Wallace Wilson. Bertozzi, Richmond, Virginia, 461 the dial for Anthony. Wallace Wilson, 440 the number. We're in Beyond Racing Products, round number 2 in our Group D dragsters. Wallace Wilson, 38 up front, dead on 9, is going to get the win. Bertozzi was 6-6 on the reaction time. 463 on the 461 for Bertozzi. Wallace Wilson takes out AB, Jack Ostrowski, and Troy Henry. We're back on Jared's 2 first names right here. Jack Ostrowski out of Pennsylvania. 472 is the dial. Troy, Danville, Kentucky. 485 the number for Troy. Jack and Troy, Troy and Jack. In, and away we go. Jack Ostrowski, big starting line advantage, and is going to get the win. 478 on the 472. Troy Henry was 69 up front, 1 above 9, and is going to bow out. Drew Smith and Mike Griffin. Drew Smith left side. 514 the dial. And Mike Griffin, Trenton, Tennessee. 487 is the dial over there for Mike. We are green and green, separated by 3. Win, Drew Smith, 514-2 on the 514 to be 34 total. Mike Griffin's 35 green. And I'm just having a lot of fun at 141 miles an hour that was never going to light up a win light. Todd Barton and Mike Laws. Todd, Gray, Tennessee, 474 the dial in for the Todd Barton design dragster. Mike Laws, Newland, North Carolina, 494 the dial. For Mike over on the right side. Win for Todd Barton. 41 on the green light. Double breakout under by 4 thou. Mike Laws was 68 up front, under by 23. And Todd Barton is going to get the win. Ray Fordyce Jr. and T.G. Pascal. Ray out of New Jersey, Pascal, North Carolina. 457 left side, 462 right side. Ray left side, TG right side. We're green and we're green. TG locks out Ray Fordyce, 26 dead, nada. To be 2,000 in front at the finish line. Ray Fordyce, 37 green, and no chance. TG had him locked out. Tommy Cable and Dennis Long. Tommy out of Hughesville, Maryland, 462 the dial in. Denise Long, 470 the number. Dragster out of Chesapeake City, Maryland. Over on the right side. So Tommy Cable, 462 will be in pursuit. Dennis Long drops it perfect and is going to get the win and a Kyle Seipel tribute Trip Zero Hero coin. Dennis Long. $471.4 on the 470, but perfect down there at the start. Tommy Cable was 20 and 2 above. Dennis Long will get the win and that coin of $50. Justin Harrington and Dustin Light. Harrington out of Muncie, Indiana, over on the left side. 531 the number. Dustin Light. Greenville, Tennessee. 476 the dial for Dustin over on the right side. Light. Last to go in. Double 04 for Dustin. Harrington's 31. And Dustin, 004, taking that exact same amount. 004 in front at the finish line. 478.7 on the 76 to be good. Harrington was 31 green. 531.4 needed to be 531 nothing to have a shot. Did not do it. Dale West and Jessica Huff. Dale West and Jessica Huff. Asheville, North Carolina there for Dale, 473 the number. Jessica, 469. The dial for Jessica out of Littlestown, PA. $2,000 separate them. Win. Dale West. Jessica arrives to the finish line 16 thousandths of a second before Dale West does to break out 6. Needed to arrive there 10 or less. Dale West, 16 green and dead on 8. And a move in around number 3. Tom Dauber, the Red Rocket, and Billy Lieber. I'm sure these two have been alongside of each other up there in the Northeast. A timer about 5,000.
Hey, JJ, Peter's trying to get a hold of you.
Tom Dauber, 474 the dial. Billy, 452 right side. Identical reaction times for Tom and Billy. Billy and Tom. Tom Dauber, double breakout win. 473.7 on the 474, under by 3. Billy under by 6. Those double breakout situations, whoever is closest will be your winner. That's Tom Dauber, the Red Rocket. Blaine Mayer, Cody Wiggins. Blaine out of Woodstock, Georgia, 471 is the dial. Cody Wiggins out of Kentucky, 452 the number for Cody. Blaine Mayer, our winner of Advanced Product Design Wednesday. He's already got a big trophy here this week. Red light start for Cody Wiggins by 14 foul. Win Blaine Mayer. 15 green, dead on 4 for Blaine. To move into round number 3, it's Thomas Bear and Aaron Roberts. Bear out of Cherry Valley, California for Team Lucas Oil. And that Tom Bear School of Drag Racing, 497 is Bear's estimated performance. Here in Beyond Racing Products, round number 2. Aaron Roberts, Bluff City, Tennessee, 456 the number for AA Ron. Fourth out, separated on the starting line. Bear, Roberts. Aaron Roberts, 15 green, 457.0 to get the win. Thomas Bear was 11 of the hit. 4.968 on the 497, under by 2 thou. Arrived to the finish line first by 16 thou. Needed to do so by 14 or less to move the win over on his side. Did not do so. Thomas Bear bows out via the breakout. Rick Johnson, Jasmine Madden. This was the pair that was supposed to be earlier in the round. Rick Johnson with the ultimate act of sportsmanship. Jasmine's car wouldn't fire. Rick's like, nope, I want to race. Pulled off to the side. They worked on Jasmine's car for a while, got it ready to go, and we're going to stage it up here. We are off and we are away. 2 tiny ones, the difference on the starting line. And the win light to Jasmine Madden, 13 green, 4840 to get the win.
Some people just think parts is parts, but not us. Because we know when you order any of the over 1 million parts at jegs.com, you get the whole company. Expert advice, day or night, from the pros who know how to make you go. From now on, get your parts and your smarts only at jegs.com. Selection, service, and sweet satisfaction. That is jegs.com.
All right, guys, we just saw a really good display of sportsmanship right there. That's what it's all about. We completed Biondo round 2. We were going to try to get a third round in, but I can see the dew starting to come in. The track looks good, but I'm not, I know the track's good, but I know as we move on and on, the dew is going to come in more and more. So we're going to cut it off tonight, and we're going to pick up with round 3 at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Jags.
RAD torque guns are the world's most powerful and reliable torquing systems with the highest power-to-weight ratio. RAD torque guns are available in pneumatic, battery, and electronic drive systems with torque ranges from 500 to 15,000 foot-pounds of torque. RAD torque guns are being used around the world by companies such as Boeing Aerospace, Caterpillar Equipment, GE Wind Towers, the U.S. military, and many, many more. RAD torque systems are also very involved in the drag racing community, sponsoring many events, as well as a large fleet of RAD-sponsored race cars. For more information, visit radtorque.com.
Well, that's it for tonight. That's the best we can do. We still have 162 cars left, so that's like 81 pair. That's like an hour and a half.
Be here in the morning?
Roger, I'll be here. Anyway, but that's
I'll talk to you in the morning, bright and early.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's 81 pair. And that's, what is that, like an hour and a half? A little under. Anyway, there's no way that we can make it before 1 o'clock. So they've opted to just stop it now, and we will pick it up with round 3, FTI Performance round 3, with 81 pair of car coming back. Okay, pairs of cars. Okay, I'm tired. Alrighty. Say your goodbyes to each other, and we're supposed to be live at like 8 o'clock or 7:45. They said cars on track at 8, so I think we're gonna go live at 7:45. We shouldn't have a problem with that, okay? Except maybe getting up. Anyway, alrighty. Say your goodbyes to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow at about 0800. Okay? Love you. See you. Bye.